Welcome back to the last part of our presentation on veneers. We are talking about aesthetic rehabilitation using veneers. It's a very warm, very hot topic on dentistry, but one of the aspects that I would like to really focus on with you is the long-term result of this material, this technique. So I would like to show you this kind of fracture. Seems to be just a preparation on veneers, but actually is not, is just a fracture. And the fracture was made in a case that was done in the early 80s, in 85 actually, with the dicor material. That was a very, very brittle material at that time. And we decided to do, first of all, a kind of mock-up to let them understand what they wanted, what she wanted actually. We couldn't extend the mock-up up to the cuspids, even though now is represented in this picture, because we should have done some surgical cranial procedure on the cervical area, but we had no time. In 2 days, of course, we couldn't do it. So we limited our restoration from lateral to lateral incisors. Sorry. That's what the height, very short. The pin, we still didn't close these pins because 30 years ago, we still working on mechanical retention also, not just on the chemical one. So we kept this. That's what just useful to position properly, the proper position. The restoration, look at how thin they are. It will be more than 2/10 of millimeters. So very, very thin. And that was enamel there. So that is the reason why we believe that we could have a good result. But suddenly, during the try-in, 8 o'clock in the evening was broken in try-in. We don't have any, but sometimes you have chipping, cracks, and even more. And look at this. We have to replicate the cuspid root with the veneer, very, very thin, 1/10 of a millimeter in this case, unfortunately. It was like that, broken in pieces. Of course, you can do again. You can support much more the initial part of the restoration cervically, or you can try to put together and to cement and bond the 3 pieces like we did it. And we did it in the proper way. We finalized the case. One side at the side, etched, silent, 1 minute and then dry air. And again, this is a patient coming from far away, Odessa. And you have the piece there. We use veneer value 0. We don't want to influence the color. That's the translucent one. We keep the place and then we fix it with the light. And then we start to use the burr. We refine it. All the silicone set in order to perfectly realign everything.